Hello everyone. Why don't y'all just stop by and visit with me in my kitchen today? We're going to make a king cake. All right, I've got 2/3 cup of milk right here. And I've got my thermometer right here. I need it to read 110 degrees. We're at 111 right now. When this gets to, it's 110. Okay, I need to pour in 1 tablespoon of yeast. All right, and we're going to need to let that sit for 5 minutes. Stir that yeast up a little bit. Okay, you get that off of the spoon. Some yeast is stuck to the spoon here. We want to get that off and down in the milk. Okay, I'm looking at my clock so I can see when 5 minutes will be up. Okay, let's kind of scoot that to the side. Now, I've got in my mixer, I've got 2/3 cup of milk in my mixer, and I have 1/4 cup of oil. And I want to add to that, my flour. I've got 4 cups of flour. So let's put this in here. And then I've got some sugar and some salt. I have 5 tablespoons of sugar, and I have a scant teaspoon of salt. Let me put that in there. Okay. Let me just give that just a little stir to get the sugar and the salt kind of mixed up in the flour. All right. Now, I'm going to put my dough hook on. And we're going to let this start mixing a little bit while our yeast is still over here in the milk. Okay, now we want to add the dissolved yeast to our mixing bowl. Can you see how it's kind of foamy and puffed up in there? That's what your yeast needs to look like. Okay. Let's get this added in here. Now we're going to let this dough mix for a while, and then after it mixes a while, we'll set it. We'll cover it up and we'll set it in a warm place, and we'll let this dough rise. Okay, let me scrape down the sides and the bottom. And we'll make sure that we get all of this flour mixed in with our liquid ingredients. And you may have to do this more than once. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I've let the dough mix for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's following the dough hook around in the bowl here, so it's mixed good. Let's get this dough hook off of here. Get the dough off of the dough hook. All right, there we go. So we can get this undone here. Arr! Ahoy, mateys! Sorry, that was the pirate coming out in me. Okay, so let's take this off of here. We're going to cover this up with a plate, and we're going to let this rise. I'm not really sure how long it'll take, 20, 30 minutes, not really sure, but we'll check it in a little bit. Okay, the dough's been rising for about 40 minutes. Let's turn it out here on the bar. Okay, that's what it looks like. See there? Let me put a little flour out here. All right, let's get our dough out. All right. We'll knead it just a little bit, and we'll shape it some and get this king cake made. I may make 2 small king cakes and make one with some filling in it and the other one with no filling. Let me split this dough in half and see what I think. Okay, maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll try 2 small king cakes. Okay, here's my rolling pin. Let's kind of roll this out a little bit. I kind of have a rectangle. I'm going to try doing something that I saw on a video when I was researching king cakes. I'm going to try folding this dough like I saw them do on a video. See how that works. Okay, let's put a little butter on here. Put a little cinnamon sugar on here. I made this cinnamon sugar. This is a homemade cinnamon sugar. It is 6 tablespoons of sugar and 6 teaspoons of cinnamon. All right, now let me wash my hands off. Now I've never done this with a king cake before, what I'm just experimenting with on this piece of dough here. So I'm not really sure how it'll turn out, but I won't know until I try. So I'm going to try. Okay, I have some cream cheese here and powdered sugar mixed up together. I want to kind of spread some of that out here if I can. Next. It's kind of difficult to spread. That may have been a mistake. Let me get this off of here and redo this. Okay. Let's put that right there. Another piece right here. This is trying to stick all to my fingers. You scoot over here. Okay. Let's put another piece right here. All right, it's got us some cream cheese in there. I think I need to spread this cinnamon on out a little further, so let me put a little more butter right here on each end and put a little bit more cinnamon sugar on it. Okay. Okay. Maybe a little more cream cheese. All right, now I have some sweetened strawberries that I want to see if I can fit these in here. In the videos that I saw, it just takes the sides of the dough and folds it over. So I'm going to try that and see if it'll work. I may come up with something awesome here. All right, now I need to kind of just stretch the dough some, like that, and fold it over like that, and then over like this. Come down and do it again. Stretch it out, fold it over like that, and over like this. Okay, now, you know what, I may need to stretch this out a little bit to try to make my, try to form my circle with this king cake. Okay, this is going to be a small one because I'm trying to make 2 king cakes out of this dough. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over to where this seam is on the bottom of, is on the pan, okay? So hopefully that'll keep the seam from coming apart while it's cooking. Okay, so I flipped it over. Let's see if we can form this into a king cake. Kind of stretching it out. And then these 2 ends, maybe just kind of tuck one end into the other. Kind of try to stick them together. Is that going to work? Let me see. I think so. Okay. And we're going to have to let these rise. Okay, we've got this one. Now, this other one I'm just going to make, get this hair out of my face. I'm just going to make it into just a regular original king cake. I'm not going to put any extra fillings in it. I'll just put the cinnamon sugar in it. And I'll roll this one up. Now, you know, king cake, it's king cake time. Mardi Gras is coming up. And New Orleans, Louisiana has Mardi Gras. And Mobile, Alabama has Mardi Gras. And there's a feud between New Orleans and Mobile as to who started Mardi Gras. Mobile says they did. New Orleans says they did. But since I live in Alabama, I'm just going to believe that Alabama started Mardi Gras. Okay. And I don't go to Mardi Gras because, just tell you the truth, it's just too dangerous. And it's an environment that I'm not comfortable with. It's basically a drunken party. And so I don't go to Mardi Gras. But I do like king cake. So that's the reason I'm making a king cake. All right, we got some melted butter on here. Now, let's see. Let me roll this on out just a little bit further. Okay, now let's put some of this cinnamon sugar on here. I think I'll just dump some out like that and spread it with my fingers. That'd probably be the easiest thing. Tell me how y'all like y'all's king cake. Do you like certain fillings in it? Do you just like the original king cake? Or maybe you don't even know what a king cake is. Maybe you come from a region of the country that's just not familiar with this. Basically, a king cake is basically a jazzed up cinnamon roll. That's basically what it is. When I first started trying to, look at how to make a king cake, I began, researching recipes and the ingredients and what the ingredients were that were necessary ingredients, what ingredients you could just add, and I realized that it's just basically a cinnamon roll. That's what it is. Okay, now we're going to roll this up. Let's see, move that out of the way. We're just going to roll this over, start rolling it up. Man, this dough is so soft and spongy. Feels so nice. See how I'm just rolling that up. Same thing on this. We're going to put that seam on the bottom on the pan. Let me stretch this out maybe just a little bit. Okay, let's get it over here on the pan. I'm trying to put them both on the same pan. Maybe they'll fit. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of tuck one end into the other end here. Try to kind of pinch it together. All right, now these are ready to, you need to set them to the side, someplace that's warm, and let them rise a little bit. Okay, it's time to take the king cakes out of the oven. There's what they look like. Now I'm going to just set them here on the bar and let them cool a little bit before we put any icing on them. Okay, I've got our king cakes on little platters here, and I've already got this one iced and decorated. Now I'm going to show you how to ice and decorate this one. Now you have to do this really fast, because when you put the icing on the king cake, it's going to start getting hard pretty quickly within just a few seconds. And if you wait too long and your icing dries, you won't be able to sprinkle your sugar on it and your sugar stick to the icing. The icing has still got to be wet. So we're going to work on this one real quick. I may do it in sections. Okay, let me ice this. Or put the sugar on it, I mean. Okay, we've got that. Now we'll put some more icing on it. Okay, let's put some of our sugar on this. All right, there we go. We've got maybe just one more section to do. And this icing is a mixture of powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough of this mixture to finish it up. We'll see. Maybe I can stretch it and make it work. Yeah, I think I can. Oh yeah. We good, we good. That's great. All right, here we go again. All right, that has got our king cakes decorated. Bring them over there close to you. This is the one with the sugar and cinnamon. That's what it looks like. And this one has the cream cheese and strawberry filling in it, right there. I'm going to cut a piece of each, and let's see what they look like on the inside. Ooh. Okay. Look at that. That's nice. Okay. Let's get this other one, cut a piece out of it. See what it's going to look like on the inside. Ooh, okay. Okay, there is our filling on this one right here. Okay. Let's turn this around. And let's try a bite of these. Okay, here's the one without the filling. Let me just get a taste of this and see what it tastes like. Okay, that's delicious. That's good. Now let's get a piece of this. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. Let's get a piece of this with the filling in it. Wow, that is good. All right, this is how you make king cake. And I wanted to say about this dough, this is just a general basic yeast dough, and you can make several other breads with it as well. You can make rolls, you can make cinnamon rolls, you can make loaf bread. It's just a basic dough that's good to do several different things with.